First thing you'll notice on the interior is that we chose to use very high quality materials, very high quality appointments for the appliques, the switchgear.
This is all very soft.
Very tight finish, door trims, instrument panel, very high quality electronics in the vehicle. This vehicle is equipped with the optional Sony, which is our premium branded system, and you'll see here, Angus, this is all touch sense, so kind of capacitive sensing. And we also have in this vehicle our My Full Touch. Now the concept that we've got here is that we have basic information provided to the driver either through the center screen or through the cluster. If we look at the center screen first of all, this is divided into 4 quadrants. We have the phone quadrant, the navigation quadrant, audio and climate control. If you hit any one of these corner buttons, it then expands to a full screen for any particular element. So here's the audio, phone for example, or coming back to navigation. This is the home button, which brings us back to those same 4 quadrants. We have our travel link system, which has all the services and information that the driver may need while travelling. Now, the key part of My Full Touch is we not only have direct access with the touch sensing here, we have access through the touch screen, but the way that we've laid out the cluster and steering wheel controls is basically to align with that. So on the right hand side of the cluster, we've given the menu structure for the driver to be able to access all of the information systems on the vehicle. So you can see here, I can scroll through navigation. I'll start with climate, navigation, phone and entertainment using this simple 5-way controller. The colours change as I go through the menu. And the colours align with the quadrants. And then I can go deeper into the menu just by using the left and right and select using the OK button. So this is very intuitive, and for the majority of driving conditions, just about anything that you want to do with the vehicle can be directly accessed here. Very consistent with our hands on the wheel, eyes on the road strategy. Now on the left hand side, this is where the driver information is provided, or the vehicle information. So what you'll see here is that this left hand side of the cluster is configurable. So right now I've got the fuel gauge and I've got a digital tachometer. I can also change that to show my miles to empty and a lot of other information that you may, for example, I can have temperature and fuel tacho. I can have information around my terrain management system, which I'll explain in just a moment. Or you can go to the far left, and there you've got just the basic vehicle information, so trip meters, fuel economy, vehicle settings and other information, again accessed using this standard 5-way controller with the OK button to select. So again, direct access for basic functionality through the touch sense here, the touch screen with the 4 quadrants, the right hand side of the cluster which aligns with that and gives you direct access when you're driving the vehicle, and then all of the vehicle information provided on the left hand side of the cluster. Talked about capability. One of the key elements of an SUV's capability is its off-road performance. But again, we wanted to make it simple. So what we have in Explorer with the 4-wheel drive system is our terrain management system, which you can see is a very simple rotary knob. We have 4 modes here. This is normal driving condition. We then move through mud, sand and snow. And essentially that's all the driver needs to do to select any one of those driving conditions.
And what does this change?
And what this then changes is the torque to any one of the wheels and also some braking functionality to allow a measured amount of wheel slip and maximise the vehicle's traction in any one of those driving conditions. There's also, you'll see here in the centre, an additional button. This is our hill descent feature. So here, the hill descent control, the driver can select a speed. So for example, if you're coming down a steep hill, off-road condition, you may want to go at 10 miles an hour, you can select 10 miles an hour and then the vehicle will modulate the speed as you descend that hill. A couple of other things just to point out on the interior. In here we have we call this our media hub. So this is where we have the USB, the SD card, the direct audio visual inputs. The idea here is that you can plug it in, you can close it and forget it. It's there and it's out of the way, and that links directly then into sync and my full touch. We also have everything on the screen is basically accessed through voice control aligned with sync. So we have the voice button, we have the microphone which is mounted in the headliner, and using voice commands you can make a phone call, you can input a destination into the navigation, you can choose between audio sources or channels. Right now we're on the Sirius satellite radio, or use the climate control. And then finally, consistent with the appointments of the interior, you see very high quality switchgear, great fit and finish, and when you drive the vehicle you'll see that one of the things that we really focused on, consistent with creating a high quality perception for the vehicle, was remarkable levels of interior quietness. So powertrain isolation, road noise isolation, and then very low levels of wind noise with laminated side glass and an acoustic front screen.